Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and the host of this channel. I do all things healing and helping people connect to their inner love and light. I've researched a lot of tools and I thought, why not share them with people? Because they help me, so I know this would help other people. When everything goes down, the last place you all seem to look is in our emotional heart center. When things go wrong on the outer skirts of life, we first try and get things into a routine, into some sort of, pentacle sort of area of life, and then we try and maybe soothe it with social life and all that stuff, but we don't seem to look at our emotions until it's the last necessary step. I know this because when I went through my own journey, when I tried going harder, when I tried going to another job, when I tried reconnecting with other people, nothing was working. So I remember sitting down on my bed and I was like, right, the last thing to try is therapy. That was my version of connecting to my emotional state, right? Go to therapy. The therapist asks, what are you feeling? How does this make you feel? What sort of emotions does this evoke? And I told her, I don't know what I'm feeling. That's why I'm here. And I remember feeling so frustrated. I'm laughing now because I've gotten to a point where I understand something about my own emotions and I've filled my own cup, right? But at the time it was very, very frustrating because I looked into my cup and it was empty. And that's what the phrase I've put here says. Life juice is always available. Tap in, sip. Hard to tap in when nothing is in. And that basically is that there's nothing inside. Like, life juice is available to all of us and it's within our cup, within our heart chakra. And that is the accessibility area. That is how we access our ground, our infinite knowledge, our infinite wisdom, clarity, being able to just flow through life with barely any food because we're so connected. And to get to that point, to get to that emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, what the Ace of Cups is all about, you have to tap into your emotions, and it's very difficult when there's nothing in it, right? That's where I was last year, and I remember feeling so frustrated, and I was like, what do I even do? I don't even know what anger is. I don't even know what guilt is. I don't even know what shame is. I don't know what anything is. And the way that I am, I like to research things so I fully understand them, right? Because I want to recreate them in future circumstances. So I was very frustrated, and everywhere that I went, on YouTube, on whatever, it was always surface level information. I was so done, right? And eventually I decided to just meditate. I thought that was my last option. I remember meditating so much, and I remember filling that cup up slowly, and then I got to a state where I still don't know what the hell I was feeling, but I got to a state where I was able to at least access my crown chakra to a point where I could read and access knowledge, and just let things unlock. And then I was able to interrogate these informations and exercise my own emotional knowledge that I've just gained, right? So to start the journey, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a great representation of a new beginning, a new emotional journey. Of all the journeys that you'll go through, you'll always have the aces, right? So the Ace of Cups is all about emotional journeys. Like when you're going through, let's say you're starting a new venture, you've got a new project, you'll have the emotional side to it, right? You'll have the creative side, you'll have the thinking side, you'll have the actual action side, and then you also have the emotional side. How are you feeling about it with new relationships, with everything in life? We always start with the Ace of Cups. So filling your cup up when you have nothing in it symbolizes, well, the Ace of Cups symbolizes in that situation a renewal. And with the communion and the dove, because you can see the communion in the picture, that is, you take a communion at a religious place. If you're a Catholic, Christian, I don't know if Muslims do. I don't think so. I mean, it's the Christ, right? It's the Christ bread. Sorry. In Christianity, you take this bread and it's supposed to, I guess, give you a piece of Christ, his salvation, and all of that renewal. So it's a sign of hope that you have a rebirth. You will be able to reconnect. There's nothing that's cut off from you as a source being, as a light being, as somebody that's infinite outside of this body. You have unlimited access to your emotions, right? And the stream with the water symbolizes our femininity. Emotions are all about feminine energy, although that's not exactly just what they are. Trust me, in all things, masculine is also involved, just like feminine is. It's a balance, right? Yin and yang. Yin and yang. Yin and yang. So, with the water, it's feminine energy, it's the moon energy, it's symbolizing the shadows of oneself. That's why most of the time, your brain might shut off your emotional access to actually save you from losing it completely. So, if anybody has ever experienced PTSD, like I did last year, your emotions will be completely shut off. And that's why I had to really dive deep into emotions and understanding it, because what happens with PTSD is you're completely shut down and you have, it's almost like a numb feeling, and even if you tried, you won't understand exactly why and what is going on with your emotions. So it symbolizes a lot of shadow side work that you have to do in the beginning of opening up to your emotions with the Ace of Cups and to filling that cup up. Also, the zodiac signs that represent the Ace of Cups are Libra, balancing in your life. Like, are you balancing your emotions within other aspects of your life? Are you making room for the emotions? Because your emotions are very, very powerful, and they are, like the Scorpios, very intense when it comes to making anything in your life actually manifest. With manifestation, it's not necessarily just being in having this intense emotional connection with something that you're trying to bring forth. It's not just solidifying it and taking action, but it's also your intention. And how are you going to get to your intention if you're not connected to your heart space? If you're not completely aware of of why you want to make something come forth to you, then it's not going to come forth. Or it's based on ego, which the universe is not going to try and bring it to you because it's trying to work with your higher self, and your higher self is not in alignment because you're cut off from your emotions. Your emotions, your heart center, is the only thing that allows you to go from the 3 lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar. And being able to sit in that heart space allows space for the throat, authentic speech, and authentic expression through the voice, clarity in the third eye, and access to knowledge, and just being able to communicate with pretty much everybody. Your mind, nothing exists out of your mind. So you're missing out on all these things, and clarity, which would be able to give you your clear intentions. It would be able to put a word to your emotions at the throat. It's very, very important that your heart chakra is worked on in this moment if you do want to actually fill up this cup. If you do want to have this clarity, this purpose, you have to put some effort into your heart. And it's unfortunate that in this society, I don't want to feed the negativity that goes on. But in a lot of cases, because I did it myself, we do put our emotions last. We do put our heart last. We do put a lot of stability in terms of, like, I need this, I need that. Forget my emotions for a second, we'll deal with that later. Forget my journaling, forget my meditation, forget my creativity that's accelerating my emotions and giving me extra energies to actually go ahead with any other plans. I will do that later, and I will focus on the hard things. We're so obsessed with trying to learn things the hard way that we invite energies that teach us the hard way. And that's what we keep forgetting. And I don't know, like, I get it as an earth sign. I get it. Like, it does make sense sometimes to put your emotions on the back burner and just do something and focus and let your emotions just stay there. But we keep confusing the emotions with just the body's needs. Just because you're hungry and you want to eat, that's got nothing to do with you feeling a certain way about the project that you're doing. Like, my point is, yeah, you can focus and ignore your hunger, but you can't focus and ignore how you feel about something, because that feeling is only going to help you get towards something, something a bit closer to your actual goal. That being said, I want to go through that was just like a brief reasons why you should fill up your cup, But I want to go through some remedies on how you can start. You've got to start by acknowledging that your emotions literally are energies that accelerate everything you do on this planet. Any sort of manifestation gives it, and the heart center, the emotions help you gain that intention, gain that clarity, gain that authentic voice and that purpose and that drive to really go ahead with that manifestation. It just makes things smoother. It's a lot more, things accelerating and stuff like that. Higher vibrations, it really helps. First remedy, in my opinion, is just self-compassion. It's being able to recognize, like, a self-awareness. This is the easiest yet the hardest at the same time, because you can sit down and mentally be like, I really don't know, I have nothing in my cup, I would like to fill up my cup, and put an intention out there mentally, right? But half the time when your cup is empty, it's kind of hard to really put out a good message to yourself, because you don't really know. Like when I didn't know last year, I didn't know what I wanted. I just wanted to be happy. I just wanted to be back to normal so I can get on with my activities and my projects. So it's hard to put out a truthful message about what you actually want to fill your cup up with, apart from integrity and having that connection with the self and being able to build that intuition and strong emotional stability. Self-compassion means allowing yourself to feel the feelings without judgment. Sit down and tell yourself, you know what, I feel very crap. I don't really like this. I feel very guilty about something that happened at this time. I feel like that happened, but I feel like I was the victim in that situation. You have to let yourself feel everything. This doesn't mean you actually need to go ahead and put action onto these feelings. You're going to realize that as you go up through the hierarchy of the emotions, you'll feel whatever emotions on the chart. I'll put the chart up on the board. David Hawkins chart. You'll feel that the idea is that you try and bring that emotion up to an enlightenment, like not all the way up. You'll be good at peace or love or courage. But if you're feeling guilty, shameful, all of that, half the time when your cup is empty, you're not going to know what you feel. But it's good to just sit down. And the best thing I ever did was just let myself feel without even actually putting a logic to it. Yeah, it was difficult for the first time. I was like, I'm wasting time. I'm laying down here feeling things I can't even verbalize. And I'm wasting time because I'm not going to know tomorrow exactly what I'm feeling anyway. I'm trying to fill up my cup, but it feels like there's holes at the bottom of this cup. But trust me, just do that, okay? Your heart starts to open up anyway, because it's learning. It's learning for the first time in a long time since you was a kid, or since whenever your heart was shut off from you, how to actually feel again. So self-compassion goes a long way, and just feeling your feelings without judgment, and just like not even expecting anything out of it, and just letting go. And just by letting go, I don't mean letting go of the emotion. Letting go as in letting yourself go to feel those emotions without trying to put logic onto them. And the second thing is movement of the body with music as well. That really helps you tap into your emotions, because you're not questioning what you're feeling. But as you move, sometimes when people are very empty in their cups of emotions, they won't move that much. Like, I'm talking from experience. I don't want to move. I was a gym girl full time, but as soon as I realized I needed to look at my cup and it was empty and I was just feeling very stuck, PTSD, whatever, I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. So try your best to just put on something that has no lyrics. We don't want lyrics to get in the way. Put the lyrics on, put the song on, and feel the music, and just try and move with the music. I think I've said this multiple times in my other videos, but dance trance is a thing that actually works. It's the one other way, should I say, from self-compassion to really connect with the heart space. And it's all you need to do. It's also connecting with the body, and sooner or later you're going to feel the subtle movements. You might even feel pain on parts of your body. Last time I did this, I felt pain on my hips, so I was like, right, need to sort that out. But it's just simple things like that. So like, use your sacral energy. Your sacral energy is very, very important because it's creative energy. You're expressing your emotions through creative energy. So if you bring your sacral, which is all about expression of creativity, and that comes from emotions. If you're using your energy from the bottom, from your sexual energy, should I say, and then you bring that up to your heart space, you're allowing that sacral energy, that creative energy, to be used in the heart, which will allow you to express more. You won't understand it if you've had no emotions for a long time. Not no emotions. If you're not very connected with your emotions, you might not understand it for a long time. But eventually, you're going to feel more, and you're going to allow your body to feel more as well. So dance and listen to songs that don't have lyrics. I would suggest, you can listen to songs that have lyrics, just ones that you don't understand will help. Or songs that are very enlightening, like things that actually support your emotional development. Nothing that sparks the ego up, because you don't want to be doing that when you're trying to connect to the heart. By that I mean, like, you don't want to be listening to songs that are like about money, or if it's like songs about the heart, you can, but you also don't want to impose somebody else's feelings in a song onto you. You're trying to understand you. You're trying to listen to what you have to say, your own solar system. So that's why I'm not really a fan of songs that have lyrics that you understand, because but if it's songs that you don't understand, like a different language, that's fine, because you're not imposing that. You don't know what they're saying. So it's fine. It's you that creates the energy through your belief system. So that and music with body movement. Music with body movement, dance, and it's called a dance trance, and it's just amazing because it allows you to feel the energies moving through your body. You might even cry, and I guess that's what we want, right? We want to have that connection with the heart. Once you keep doing this multiple times, and you do your mindfulness practice, which is journaling meditation, guided meditation. These are a lot more, I wouldn't say logical, but you will probably have to use words. So it's a bit different to the energy of the heart space, because the heart space doesn't have words. So when you're using meditation, you're having these suggestions, which are words. So you're going to have to be using words, and sometimes you might feel something in a journal, but you have to like put it into words when you're journaling as well. So that should be second in my opinion. But just letting yourself feel through self-compassion and dance trance, along with just going through a journey with music. It's what happens in a plant medicine retreat in a plant medicine ceremony. That's what happens. You have music that guides you through the journey. Yeah. Apart from that, that's pretty much all. I don't want to make the video too long. I can keep going, So I think allowing yourself to feel without trying to understand what you're feeling is a great step. Sooner than later, you're going to realize you will actually you'll feel the same feelings a few times for you to kind of put a label on them. Don't do that too harshly, because they change. Sometimes you'll feel a bit more guilty about something, and then all of a sudden it's pride and anger. So just sense the emotion, and then trust me, you'll be able to work with your emotions to actually benefit you. Oh my goodness, the amount of people I come across that are very emotional, and they think it's a bad thing, and I feel so upset that somebody taught them that, because your emotions are the only single thing that charge your mind, like to bring things to you. Manifestation works with energies of the heart. You have immense power. So I think it's definitely like a matrix thing to put the heart last. Like, I feel like it was definitely set up to make us think, like the heart, our emotions are nothing, and we shouldn't listen to them. It's just making a step away from our light, and I'm trying to help people get to that, because that's the only thing that got me to where I am today. That's the only thing that made me realize my purpose. I'm a lot happier. My Ace of Cups is more like the Nine of Cups. Almost 10. I don't know. it's just a lot better than it was last year. And I'm very, very grateful. And I want people to know that their emotions are probably going to be the biggest, like, thing that will get them ahead of anything. And we're all beings of light and we all have power. So it's just tapping into your own power and seeing what power you have. And the more you connect with your emotions, your heart space, the more you have connections to your intuition. Your intuition will give you clarity in the third eye, and you'll be able to speak truth and connect to wisdom from above through the crown. As soon as you close your eyes and meditate and you go up to the crown and you go to this space that's completely dark, but you'll be able to you'll be able to have knowledge coming in from random places. And it's like, wow. You'll start to use words you don't even know. Anyway, that was a fun topic. I just want you to also know hope. Just keep hoping, because trust me, nothing has got me here apart from me listening, not even listening, just sitting with my emotions. Trust me. Anyway, I love you guys. I will be leaving. I'll be making more videos, by the way, because I actually have more free time now. So yeah, I love you, and I will see you next time.